Okay, Ziki, today is Exodus 3, Moses and the burning bush. And the burning bush is a key event.
We read that.
Yeah, and Day by Day Kids Bible last year. Okay?
No, this one.
Yeah, we did. You're right. And the Begin to Read Bible too this year. Yeah. So now we're reading it in the Big Bible. And this is key event 16.
Why we only do it on the Saturdays because
I read during the week, so it's not such a big reading on Saturday and Sunday, okay? Because I found out that's too many readings.
why you always read on the Saturday and Sundays because there's
Because the Begin to Read Bible program is only Monday through Friday. So Dada came up with this plan. That's why Dada came up with this plan. Okay? Key event 16, the burning bush. God appeared to Moses in the burning bush, where Moses asked the Lord his name. He responded, I am who I am, and reveals his name as Yahweh. Okay? Moses asked God, what is your name? And God says, I am who I am. My name is Yahweh, which is related to the Hebrew verb to be. Yahweh is the Hebrew verb to be. That means I am who I am. God is, okay, to be.
Why he talks like that? He talks English. He talks like.
He was talking to Moses in Hebrew. Israel's.
How do you talk Hebrew?
I don't know.
Like English?
I just know Yahweh for now. Okay, Hebrew's a different language. Okay, you need to eat foods quick, baby. Just listen.
Do you talk like the Saki pasta? Like that, that's Hebrew?
Israel's God is not a mere local deity, but the one who eternally is and who holds all things in existence. Okay, it's not just a God worshipped by the Israelites. Okay. He's God of everyone in the whole world, the whole universe. Moses and the burning bush. Chapter 3, verse 1. Moses was keeping the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro, the priest of Midian. And he led his flock to the west of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. Verse 2. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush was burning, and yet it was not consumed. Verse 3, and Moses said, I will turn aside and see this great sign, but the bush is not burnt. Verse 4, when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called to him out of the bush, Moses, Moses. And he said, here I am. Verse 5, then he said, do not come near. Put off your shoes from your feet, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground. Verse 6, and he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look at God. Verse 7, then the Lord said, I have seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters. I know their sufferings. Verse 8, and I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land to a good and broad land, a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. Verse 9, and now, behold, the cry of the sons of Israel has come to me, and I've seen the oppression with which the Egyptians oppress them. Verse 10, come, I will send you to Pharaoh, and you may bring forth my people, the sons of Israel, out of Egypt. Verse 11, but Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the sons of Israel out of Egypt. Verse 12, he said, but I will be with you, and this shall be the sign to you that I have sent to you. When you have brought forth the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God upon this mountain. The next section starts in verse 13. God reveals his name. Then Moses said to God, if I come to the sons of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they ask me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? Verse 14, God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, say this to the sons of Israel, I am has sent me to you. Verse 15, God also said to Moses, say this to the sons of Israel, the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and thus I am to be remembered throughout all generations. Verse 16, go and gather the elders of Israel together and say to them, the Lord, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, has appeared to me, saying, I have observed you, and what has been done to you in Egypt. Verse 17, and I promise that I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt to the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Pezerites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, a land flowing with milk and honey. Verse 18, and they will listen to your voice. And you and the elders of Israel shall go to the king of Egypt and say to him, the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. And now we beg you, let us go a 3 days journey into the wilderness, and we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. Verse 19, I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless compelled by a mighty hand. Verse 20, so I will stretch out my hand and strike Egypt with all the wonders which I will do in it. After that, he will let you go. Verse 21, and I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And when you go, you shall not go empty. Verse 22, but each woman shall ask of her neighbor, and of her who sojourns in her house, jewelry of silver and gold, and clothing, and you shall put them on your sons and on your daughters. Thus you shall despoil the Egyptians. That's it. That is all of Exodus 3.